Social media is a really powerful tool that we all have these days. It's new in the span of history, but I'm excited today because I want to share with you the secret social media posts that I use to generate revenue. So stay tuned and I'll share it with you. So first, before we start, little disclaimer, there's actually no secrets in life or in marketing or in business. In my experience, secrets are only secrets until we hear about them and understand them. But in reality, I always want to acknowledge the fact that I have been taught by some of the most amazing marketers in the world. And so anything that I share with you, I'm going to share the same secrets and I want you to run with them. But there's not a ton of original ideas, but there is original application, and there is the opportunity for us to take something and really make it powerful and useful for our business. And like I said, everything is a secret until we hear about it. And today, what I'm going to share with you probably won't be super surprising, but it will be really useful if you kind of break it down, understand the process, and are able to apply it to your business. And so you've probably seen this approach before, but there's something that I heard somebody coin a long time ago. I don't remember who it was, but there's something called a binary post. And a binary post is a really simple post that is a yes or no answer. There's not a lot of thought involved with it. And it leads, what the post is about, leads people to something they already desire, they already want, and they're going to naturally react to it. When I first learned this concept, it was an engagement post strategy, which getting engagement is always a great idea. There's nothing wrong with getting engagement on your social media because then your profile gets more engagement. People see you more frequently. They're gonna be able to see more of your posts and get to know you better. So when I first heard about this strategy, which is not the exact one I'm going to share with you today, there was this post going around on Facebook that some of you may have heard of or seen or remember. And it said, if I was rolling through your town, would you get a cup of coffee with me, was the essence of the post. And people would say, yeah, of course. Yes. And just people, simple one-word answers. And so the concept of the binary post, and it's important to kind of understand this principle before we get into how I use it and how it generates a ton of revenue, is ask a simple question that people are naturally going to want to respond to and make it really simple, something they don't have to overthink, and make the request or kind of the action you want them to take so simple that they can write yes or, just one word down below for them to show their engagement and their interest. So that's the concept that we're working with today here, is the binary post. And what you want to align with is people's normal human desire. So there's actually a longer list of like 14 human desires that I'll get into at some point in the show here. But if we consolidate it and make it really simple, most people are looking for time, money, and love. Like if you just keep it in those simple categories, it can apply to almost anything you're doing. Because if you have a great technology solution or service that saves people time, you're saving them time. If you have something that can generate them money, if you're showing them a new way to generate leads, or you're showing them how to be more profitable with their existing customers, or you're showing them a way to earn extra money or start a business, you're giving them money. And everybody needs and wants love and connection. So if you're showing somebody how to have a better relationship with their partner or with their kids, or how to meet, other peers in their industry that will help them, grow and improve, but it's really about that connection and community, then that's something that somebody wants. And so as we think about, having a binary post, a simple kind of yes, no answer around a desire that they have, time, money, love. Again, are the simple desires. There's deeper ones, but those are the simple kind of top three categories there. When you use that format, you can follow up with people once they engage, and you can, build the relationship. You can make an offer. You can start the conversation. So if you followed me for any period of time, you've probably seen me post things like this. And I don't have one right in front of me, but some examples that I've used are like, would you be interested in having the cold email template that I have that helps me get, 3 appointments a day? If you're interested, just, comment yes down below. And everybody wants to have more conversations for sales purposes, to have more customers come in. And so I get a ton of comments down below that. And the trick is, to then make a simple kind of follow-up process that says, great, here's the tool that I use. Here's the template. If you can just opt in, give me your name, email, and phone number. I'll give you the guide. And then I'll probably follow up with a text or a quick call and just make sure you're able to get value out of it. That's how you start the conversation. The other way that I like to use this, I use this really frequently when I have a new training or masterclass or webinar that I'm doing. I'll say, if you want to learn how to double your conversion rate without, changing by changing one line in your sales process, comment down below. I'll share a copy with you. Then again, I'll say, okay, great. I'm going to actually teach this whole process on this upcoming masterclass. I decide, is it going to be recorded or not recorded? But I do want people to show up live, generally speaking. And I'll say, okay, if you come to the training, I'll show you how to do it. I'll also give you the templates and the tools. And that way I'm solving a problem directly in line with people's desires for more time, more money, or more love and connection. And then I'm able to engage them in that webinar. So a great way to practice this is not necessarily always starting with straight to an offer. If you haven't done this frequently, a good thing to start with is just, something simple. Like I post this frequently because I actually get a ton of value from it. So do other people, and it gets great engagement. I'll say, like, what are you reading right now? And I've got, I get 80, 90, 100 comments on it. Or I'll say, like, I'm looking for some new TV shows to watch. What are the favorite things that you're watching right now? Or I've seen people post like, hey, I'm looking for new activities to do with my kids this summer or over the holiday break. What ideas do you have, or what have you seen that's good in our area? Anything, those are a little bit longer responses. They're not binary, but they still drive engagement. And so if you start with an engagement post and you do a couple of those, then when you move to more of a binary post of like, who'd like to see a copy of this tool or this resource or this process that I use, that can move you more into sales conversations and things like that. So what I'd recommend is take a look. If you're, depending on where you're watching this, I do a lot of this on Facebook because that's one of the primary social media channels that I use the most. We're going to talk later this week on the show about how to really engage with and master one channel before you move into others. But if you take a look at my Facebook profile, you can look down and you can, scroll down a little bit and you'll see some of the posts where I get a ton of engagement or a ton of people commenting, and you can model after that. Or if you see other people in groups that you're in or in their feed, and you take a look and you just see what are the things that are getting the most engagement, that's going to help you start to realign your kind of mindset and approach and say, okay, how can I ask questions that people are very interested in that relate to their, desires of time, money, or love and connection? And then how do I use that approach to get more conversations going? So that's the secret social media post I use all the time. It generates revenue for me because I'm able to move people into trainings, give them resources, and start more conversations. And so I hope that's helpful to you. If you want any help with this, or if you want to look at any specific ones I've done, I have some that have gotten hundreds and hundreds of comments. I'd be glad to share those with you. Just reach out. You can comment down below, you can message me, or you can reach out at businessmarketingengine.com. And all of this week, we're talking about social media, the things that have worked really well for me that you can apply to your business. So make sure you tune in to each episode every day, or go back to and listen to any of the ones you haven't heard yet, because there's going to be a lot of great resources. I appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you on tomorrow's show.